Hi! We're online now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a thing that happens sometimes, guys.
It's
You go
so
online.
dark.
Oh.
There
Huh? Yeah.
we go.
It's no
It's
longer
just the
dark.
switch just dimmed, that's
Yeah.
all.
It's because I never nudge my fucking Joy-Cons when I'm in pre-stream. Anyway, hi everyone. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are. Is this again? We're doing this again, and it's gonna be exciting because we're actually on a route this time, and we have graduated from the common route, and now we're in other stuff. So hi, welcome in Shumo, welcome in Rize. How you doing? Figure we should just like start around the room again as we always do. So my name is Nur. I am voicing Adrak as well as handling all narration.
My name is Tenten Arsene, and I am voicing Lupin.
Delacroix the Second.
And the Assailant.
We actually get to hear that one. It's gonna be fun.
And London.
I'm Alex, and I voice Impy, Finis, the Queen, and Omnibus.
My name is Moji, and I will be voicing Victor, Ethy, Nemo, and Alistair.
I'm Matcha, and I'll be voicing Saint Germain, Van Helsing, Lionheart, and the best character, Herlock Sholmes.
Yes. we can never forget Horlock Sholmes. Sadly, I don't
Sherlock
think we'll
Holmes.
see. I know. I know what I said.
Oh,
But-
shoot.
But like, so again, we're gonna be going through the Saint Germain route. So there's gonna be some characters we actually won't see again, and there's gonna be some new characters we'll meet. This is definitely like, this route is probably the most out there of the routes, so this will be
boy.
fun, huh? Yeah. Anyway,
We're going to go see God.
Yeah, we're going to meet God and aliens. Everyone, like, actually, what Moji said that one episode was actually foreshadowing. We actually are going to meet some aliens, so get ready. Yeah. All right, so let me do the recap. Last time on Code Realize, we won the airship race after a dramatic battle with the scientist Nemo. Our prize was Isaac Beckford's writings, which led us to a secret lab in a graveyard. Despite telling Saint Germain he would never understand, after telling him our tragic backstory, we accompanied him through the lab. After being separated from him, however, we wound up face to face with Finis. With that confrontation, he revealed that Adrak's true identity was a homunculus created by Isaac Beckford. Just as Finis nearly successfully took Adrak away, Saint Germain saved us by doing a murder. Now Adrak has left the manor in secret with Saint Germain, so what he claims is a safe location. And now we're here, looking at dictionary definitions. But anyway, let's get up. Let's go. All right. We walk through the forest, listening to the buzzes and chirps of insects. The blue-white light of the moon shines down on our path, and the trees cast shadows that fall over us as we walk. There's nothing out of the ordinary about this, but for some reason, this night has an air of mystery about it. I feel like the more we walk, the further we get from reality. We're still in London, though.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, there goes gravity. Ellipses. For some reason, this thought causes me to stop in my tracks.
What's the matter? We've walked for quite a while. Are you tired?
Nah, it's not that.
I see. Is something causing you concern?
I shake my head again and look out into the darkness of the night. If we keep going down this path, will we arrive at your hideout? And into more of London?
Yes. It's still a while away.
I see, but it just feels like the forest is too quiet. It's making me uneasy.
Such is the way of forest at night, when one is far from civilization. It proves a sense of alienation, making a traveler feel like a trespasser.
Alien.
Aliens. Aliens.
It's not aliens, but it's aliens.
Aliens.
Did someone say aliens?
Victor.
We were in the crowded city of London until recently, so I'm sure this feeling is even stronger in you.
I nod in response to his words. There's a white butterfly flying along in the moonlight. It flutters for a bit, then disappears into the night, never to be seen again, off to the UFO in the sky.
It would have been best if I could have prepared a carriage for our journey, but the roads are so rugged.
Nah, it's alright. I was just in a daze. Perhaps it's because I'm in unfamiliar territory, but I feel a growing sense of unease within me as we walk. Saint Germain continues to walk along, saying nothing unless I speak to him first. I look at him from the side and he has the same peaceful smile that he always wears. But something makes me wonder. Seeing him in the moonlight this way, he seems sad to me.
I am glad that the weather tonight has been so agreeable.
Huh?
The scenery looks all the more splendid on nights when the moon shines so gorgeously. It's very pleasant to be able to walk alongside you like this. I only wish we could be walking together under different circumstances.
Different circumstances?
I mean, at a more peaceful time.
Okay.
As long as twilight is after us, we can't afford to really take our time.
Saint Germain's words stay with me. All he's saying is that he wants to walk through a place with me, but his words feel precious to me. Anytime. If you don't mind, I would like to walk with you too.
Yes, of course.
Saint Germain says nothing more. Once again, there's nothing to hear but the sounds of our footsteps and the background noise of chirping insects. I don't feel any awkwardness or discomfort in the silence. It's a peaceful, calm reverie that makes me feel like I could keep walking like this forever. However, a thought crosses my mind. I don't know anything about this dude. He's crossed some dangerous bridges for me when I'm essentially a complete stranger to him. He even allowed me to live in his mansion when he didn't know who I was at all. And now, he's come this far with me. I wonder why. What is his motivation? The more I think about it, the more confused I become. Ellipses. I steal a glance at him. I see only his peaceful, composed smile, the same as always. But at the same time, it seems to be a veil hiding something. It's as if he's avoiding becoming more involved with people than he has to. Saint Germain? I want to know more about this man and hesitantly raise my voice. Alright, what are we gonna do? So, for anyone watching, this is a chat interactive thing, so there's a redeem of the channel points called Grab Our Controller, where you can basically decide what we say, and if nobody decides, then I do RNG. It'll be fun.
No, let's not load a quick save.
No. I don't want to load a quick save. If nobody else does it, I'm gonna fucking... It's 2. Have you already... Alright. Have you always lived in London? Have you always lived in London?
Oh, why do you ask?
I've heard a lot about what you've been doing since you met Lupin, but I don't know anything about your life prior to that. That's why I wanted to know more about you. It's a little embarrassing to be telling him my honest thoughts, and I can't bring myself to look him in the eyes as I say it. His closed eyes. Not catching on to my inner turmoil, Saint Germain seems to be thinking seriously about how to respond.
Where I lived before, that's a bit tough to answer.
Aren't you from France?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Before I settled in London, I traveled all around the world. Before London, it was France. Aside from that, I've been to Italy, Prussia, Austria, and even parts of Asia.
And Australia.
If only.
I'm in awe. So many different places.
It is. Is it surprising? I've had a lot of time on my hands, and I love to travel. Time travel. I went all
Whoa.
over, as much as time allowed.
What? I always wondered. Is that why you have so many watches?
What is it?
What do you do? What kind of job do you have? Saint Germain looks at me in surprise and laughs.
You really had me there.
Sorry, what?
I don't work. I'm simply burning through my inheritance to pay for my living expenses. What?
I see. Then why were you traveling so far?
Let's see. If I were to say that I was contributing to world peace, would you believe me?
No, you're rich, buddy. Saint Germain is speaking almost as if he is talking about someone else's life, and I look up at him.
What's the matter, Miss Adrak?
It's just, the more I hear about you, the less I understand you.
I know how that feels. I just have had difficulty myself sometimes understanding exactly what I am. I am all of me.
Well, Shadow? Saint Germain responds with a smile. I am all of me. As we walk through this moonlit forest that seems just out of touch with reality, I listen to what the Count says. The travels he tells me about are also mysterious and strange. He speaks of a desert nation and a hidden treasures. A nation to the north locked in a year-long winter. A nation filled with gold. Even though the scenery around us doesn't change, I don't grow tired of it at all. Huh? I notice that the ground at my feet looks brighter. I look up and see an opening in the tree canopy, through which I can see the stars. I'm taken by its beauty and I stop walking, the better to stare up at the night sky.
Do you see something?
The sky above the forest, it's so bright and beautiful. And there's aliens out there. I just know it.
That's because we've come so far from the lights of the city. It makes the stars seem that much brighter. Did you know that Verizon's sending up a satellite that will make it harder to see the stars in the sky?
Oh
Because
no.
it's very reflective in the next couple of years.
Oh no.
Well, I
It's
hate
true.
that.
Oh.
The sky itself never changes until Verizon sends the stuff into the sky.
Oh no! Verizon, the true villain. Saint Germain stops as well and looks up with me, narrowing his eyes at the brightness.
No matter how civilization advances, and even if we figure out how to touch the sky itself will likely never change, not ever.
At least not until Verizon comes up there. I wonder what the Count is thinking.
No,
The
that's
world's
a
not
way
ready
to
for
this
cellular
light pollution.
phones.
He has his usual smile, and he says this quietly without looking in my direction.
Miss Adrak, would you mind if I vented about something?
Sus. Not at all, but why are you venting? All of a sudden. Oh no.
It's just a whim.
To vent? Did you do your tasks?
I accidentally pressed the button.
Oh no.
Long ago, I made a terrible mistake. I mashed A while I was near a vent when I meant to act like I was just working on a task.
Oh no.
I chose the wrong path.
The wrong path. Someone as smart as you venting?
I am far more foolish than you think. That is the reason why I've been venting, regretting this decision I made to this day.
Venting?
I mean, did you see me stab your brother? Of course I'm the imposter.
Oh my god.
What?
I swore to never commit that crime again. I said commit. How to commit that crime again? Oh! All that while knowing that I'm already committing a different crime.
Okay. A crime? Saint Germain nods with a quiet light in the depths of his eyes. The eyes that are closed. What happened in this man's past? I try to ask him, but he cuts me off with his usual beatific smile.
Oh.
Oh, come to think of it, this is probably not the proper time to be belly aching.
Well, alright, but if you do want to talk about it, I won't mind.
Let's continue some other time. I'm sorry to cut the conversation short when I was the one who brought it up to begin with. Let's hurry.
He says this with a smile, then starts walking again. A mistake. The wrong path. A crime he regrets. Venting. I wonder what exactly he means. We have been walking for 12 hours, almost an entire day later. We are still walking through the forest, simply moving forward without even sharing a word between us. Ellipses. I'm about to ask Saint Germain how much farther we have to walk when I see a building beyond the trees. We're finally here. My mood brightens as I continue walking behind him. My feeling of relief gradually changes to one of shock as we get closer. Soon, I stand astonished in front of the building now right in front of us. Is this your mansion? The building before us is a familiar looking mansion.
Are you surprised?
I can't even find the words to respond, and all I can do is nod. Oh, why? Did we circle back around somehow? For a day?
No. This place was built to the exact same specifications as the mansion we were living in. Just as Lupin has many hideouts throughout London, I have several mansions of my own as well.
Okay, that's normal. So the interior is the same too.
Yes. There's not much of a difference in the past. I would use both mansions depending on the mood I was in that day. Wow.
Damn rich people.
Two.
Two. I see. That's why. My mind understands, but it still feels sort of strange. Oh, hey, thank you, Shuma, for the resub. Very strange to be seeing a building so familiar to the other mansion. If he switched mansions based on how he was feeling, then why would he need to make them identical?
You seem unconvinced.
It's just, why would you build them both exactly the same?
Because I like it, I suppose. It may not look the type, but I have difficulty sleeping if so much as my pillow changes.
Ah.
And if I make them the same in every regard, I wouldn't need to change my lifestyle at all.
That's normal.
That's a bit extra.
That's very normal.
I did like this to switch between the two as a change of pace, but I'm not too fond of changing my routine too much.
Okay.
I have to be able to be familiar with the mansion so I don't bump into things with my eyes closed.
Okay, that actually makes sense.
Makes sense.
It sounds complicated.
I'm quite moody.
Especially when
Your brother got to know that.
Oh. Too soon. Too soon. He says this in a satisfied manner and smiles a little wilder as he mentions the murder of my brother.
Either way, this is the perfect place to take cover from the foreign enemies. They wouldn't expect to look for a mansion they're looking for. You would need to know the forest well in order to find this place. There is plenty of food stocked here, so it would make for a great hideout. It even has its own impy.
Whoa! Oh shit, we get another impy! I see. How many vents are there, though?
One.
Oh.
It's not very well ventilated.
The worst ventilated mansion ever. I look up at the mansion again. From the outside, it doesn't seem any different from the mansion we had been staying in. Everything from the shape of the building, the color of the walls, and even the metalwork on the gate is exactly the same. But Lupin and the others aren't here, except for Impy number 2. No one will greet us when we come inside the doors. Far from the comfort of my friends, we're going to live in this place that no one else knows of, quietly hiding from the world. Isn't that the same as when I was waiting for my papa alone in my own home? Ellipses. I look at the open gates of sand in silence.
Miss Adric?
Oh shit, CG.
That's my face.
Whoa.
If you have any reservations about this, would you like to return to the old mansion?
It's kind of risky. Like, what if my glove was off? Saint
I
Germain.
know.
Saint Germain stares at me with his closed eyes. As the sun sets in the west, he turns to me and asks me to make a decision. I feel it's the same as when we first met, but there's a loneliness apparent in his expression.
If you decide to live here, there will be no turning back. Your decision to distance yourself from everyone and hide so as not to involve them in danger is not a poor one. However, it would not be a mistake to trust them, should you choose to fight alongside them.
Ellipses.
The entire way here, ever since I met you, really, I have been thinking. What is right and what is wrong? I've been unable to come to a clear distinction between them as of yet.
Oh, what do you mean? He always has a
Get
smile.
left from right.
Oh, that's
Larboard
tragic.
and starboard.
He
Sure.
always has a smile and never loses his cool, no matter what the situation is, even when he's running into walls. That's who I thought Saint Germain was. But as he says this, he doesn't have his usual composure. He seems to be torn about something.
You saw me vent.
Oh, no!
That's why, though it may be irresponsible of me, I'd like you to decide whether you to stay here or go back. Neither choice is wrong, so it's all up to how you feel. Please, make a decision that you won't regret.
I don't know why, but
Please
I feel
don't flip the coin.
I feel like this decision will have a significant impact on my future. Okay, so we do have a decision here. Do we want to go back to the old mansion, or will we stay here? With
Where's the
Saint
third choice? You wouldn't understand.
You would understand.
Oh my god.
Okay, I need to remove pepper mix from the freezer. Just a second.
Woo!
So make a
Wow.
decision, guys.
Please move.
It's chili season. We're going to Chili's?
Welcome to Chili's.
Welcome to Chile.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't see anything in there. Anyway. Anyone make a decision? If not, we're gonna go.
Please, somebody make a decision.
I mean, RNG can make the decision for you.
That's not a decision.
I mean, it's giving someone like a robot the decision for you.
We want to trust the robots.
I mean, do you want to trust the robots?
We're trusting
Oh.
aliens.
Okay, Etch.
And
Etch, what do you want to do?
flips a coin.
Stay here. Oh, so Etch is
shit.
gonna be nice. All right, let's stay here. No, I'd like to stay here. Etch, let me be nice.
We have a lot of work to do. We're the only ones here.
Oh God, I left the mansion to come to this place, and even if Lupin and the others aren't here, you are. I don't know what you're so undecided about, but what you say has always been true. That's why I'm gonna trust you.
I see.
He seems unable to articulate or reply too clearly. This is such a departure from his usual demeanor. But before I can ask him the reason why, he looks over at me again.
Well, then, shall we enter? Before I change my mind and let you stay out here. Or kick you out.
You're just gonna let me stand out here? In the cold?
You would understand.
Nothing could hurt you. You wouldn't understand.
You're right, I wouldn't. And neither would you. He says this sternly, as if he's speaking more to himself than to me. The Count begins walking slowly towards the front doors of the mansion. The mansion's interior is exactly like that of the mansion we left a few days ago. It's not just the walls and doors, but also Impy too.
Spencer Estate.
Oh my god.
Everything from the curtains to the lampshades is exactly the same. The only difference is that I can't sense anyone else here. And, of course, the personal belongings that Lupin, Van Helsing, Victor, Impy, Cece, and Deli are nowhere to be seen. The absence of their things really stand out because everything else is exactly the same. And this difference feels significant to me. When it's time to eat, the meal on the table is far more luxurious than what we had expected. Saint Germain put together a quick meal using the food and storage.
Quick meal.
Yeah, very quick.
I really like Marvelous's like comment.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't want to draw any new backgrounds. I can't afford that.
Nope.
Is this? Wait, are all the images just reversed? I just realized.
They are reversed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
They put their best in here.
I like this view better. It's not going to be as sumptuous as what Impy makes.
You look at the plates and they're all upside down sandwiches.
Oh.
Mayonnaise. I shake my head as Saint Germain carries the food over and sits down. The warm soup has a complex flavor and the bread tastes so good it's hard to believe that it had been preserved.
It was supposed to be cold.
Oh no! But...
Well, what's the matter? You seem sad. Is the taste not to your liking?
I wanted it to be cold. I
God,
hastily,
Bisque.
I hastily shake my head in response. No, I was just thinking that it feels a bit lonely in here, that's all. We always used to share our meals together.
You're right. We are missing the lively atmosphere that we used to enjoy. I would talk about enjoying it almost every time.
I think of something. Make a suggestion to Saint Germain. How about if we were to tell Lupin and the others about this place?
No!
Oh god, no!
Imagine. Oh, I thought that you didn't want them to be involved anymore. You wouldn't understand.
I don't understand, but I feel a little guilty about leaving them without saying anything. We've been gone for like 2 days now. Lupin and the others might search all over for me if they think I've been kidnapped. I think it'd be a good thing to tell them that Twilight is still moving forward with the terrorist plot.
Kidnapped. That may not be too far off from your current situation.
Ugh.
It's like it's only been that's what's happened to
Pardon?
you.
Huh? Hello? Ugh!
Eyes.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
No,
Saint
thank you.
Germain sighs lightly, then stares at me with open eyes.
Oh, run.
Wait a minute.
Run!
Fortunately, You won't have the opportunity to tell them.
Run!
Excuse me?
There's no way they would catch on to this location either.
Saint Germain continues speaking casually as if simply stating things that would be evident to anyone. The lights in the room create shadows across his face. Because of this, Saint Germain seems a little different from usual, almost like a stranger. He's acting a little sus.
I'm scared and I voice him.
What do you mean?
I built this mansion so that it would never be found. That's what makes it a hideout.
Oh, fuck.
Lupin and the others are highly competent experts in their fields. But that's by the standards of ordinary humans. They will never be able to get you back.
Saint Germain, what are you talking about? Are you venting?
We are in the vent this whole time. Everything is already in motion.
The Count speaks in a composed voice, carefully constructing his sentences to lay out the facts to me.
There's no turning back now.
For some reason, I sense something terribly cold in his gaze.
It seems that Impy and Victor were able to construct the machine that could track the poison to let off by the hologram. I have already destroyed that device. There is no way for them to trace you to this place.
He doesn't answer my question and continues speaking in a level tone of voice. The silence between us is punctuated by the strong wind outside shaking the windows.
There's one thing that I must apologize to you for.
Saint Germain goes on in his usual tone. His composure makes us all the more unsettling.
When you were trying to leave the mansion alone, I told you that Twilight was still after you.
Yeah, that's why we're here now.
That was a lie.
Ah, delightful. What?
Oh,
Finis was the leader of Twilight. I killed him in the underground lab, giving him a temporary death. After that, I gave him a permanent death in secret. Twilight has no reason to come after you anymore.
A temporary death? Permanent death. What kind of death is it? Can't comprehend the meaning of those words. Really? Then why did you do this? There's no reason for us to leave the others behind. In response to my question, he smiles his usual peaceful smile.
Unfortunately, I am not allowed to speak to you about that.
Not allowed? By who? Saint Germain simply falls silent.
Finish's ambitions have stopped. Twilight will likely be placed under Queen Victoria's command now. However, none of that carries much significance. The only thing that has meaning to me now is
The Count's smile grows even more kindly than ever.
you, Miss Adrak.
No thank you.
oh my.
I'm leaving. He seems to see
no.
right through me. I feel chills run up my spine. I try to stand up when... Thomas is here! Thomas!
To save the day.
Thomas, help me!
I know.
Save her, Thomas, please.
Please!
I have anti-train potion.
No! I feel intensely dizzy. Unable to deal with the sudden turn of events, with my body suddenly weak, and Thomas trapped outside, I topple forward and crash onto the table. Saint Germain, what was it supposed to have something extra in it? Did the food contain some kind of drug? I try to finish my question, but my mouth won't form the words.
Oh
Ah.
dear. Seems to be exhausted, understandably so. We've walked for quite a long time. Also, I'm Val's favorite. Why?
Yeah. Saint Germain rises from his seat and slowly approaches me. Yeah, he's my least favorite.
Yeah.
I'll carry you to your room so you can get some rest.
He speaks to me fondly as though nothing out of the ordinary is happening, even though it's very blurry right now. This is definitely unusual.
You only realize
Something,
now, Idrak?
something in the air is telling me this is not usual.
It's
Put
just a
some
tad
glasses
off.
on.
I can't escape and unable to even move my mouth, and I'm slowly losing the strength to keep my eyes open.
Man, it must be a work morning.
My eyelids grow unbearably heavy and slowly close, despite all my intentions. It's a work day. Then, unable to resist at all, I'm scooped up into Saint Germain's arms. My body sways. I don't have my glasses. My consciousness is fading, but within that haze, I understand that I'm being carried somewhere. My mind simply cannot keep up with the events that are happening to me. Ugh.
Oh. Ring of... Oh, wait. Ring of roses. Do you know this... Wait, do you know this nursery rhyme? It's hard to tell what's being sung.
Saint Germain's voice is kind like a lullaby, and I wonder if he realizes that I'm still partially conscious. But I have no way of knowing whether or not he's aware of that.
Ring of roses, a pocket full of posies. Wait, what?
I think it's the
A
Japanese
tissue, a
version.
tissue, we all fall down. It's a very cheerful sounding song, but there's a game theory, that it's also a very cruel song.
The game theory.
It's actually about Luigi being Rosalina's father.
Wait, did you know that Sans is actually Ness?
Please.
This is what the next one's about. London
Whoa.
Bridge is falling down. The rose symbolizes the symptoms of the Black Plague, and posies in the pockets were carried as herbs used for protection. Sneezing was an early symptom of the plague. Everyone falls and dies in the end. That is what the explanation claims the song is truly about.
Ellipses.
It's not just a song. Cruel truths are often hidden within things that seem joyful and fun on the surface, like the Queen themselves.
Wow.
The same could be said of you, as well as the joyful, fun days of adventure were merely superficial.
Just like the Queen.
And just below the surface, a monster named Fate waits, its black mouth agape, waiting for the moment to swallow you and Shadow whole.
And
Gotcha game?
and it's Genshin.
Fate Grand Order?
It's
Oh,
Genshin
shoot.
Impact.
Now it's gonna be an anime, and the moment is now.
The anime. What he says carries an undertone of dark and mysterious eeriness, like the Genshin Impact anime. But my body is still numb and immobile. I'm unable to resist at all as he carries me somewhere. If what he says is true, we're heading towards the gaping mouth of fate. He carefully sets me down somewhere, probably on a bed. Who the fuck knows? The numbness in my body is gradually beginning to wear off.
It's...
I do get the feeling that it's probably better to pretend to sleep for now and try not to make any sudden movements. Ellipses. Saint Germain stands beside me for a while, but eventually walks away in silence. Carefully, I open my eyes. I'm in a bedroom that's just like my normal room. Well, Adrak, what the fuck did you get into this time?
Record scratch. Might be wondering how I got here.
Yeah. It all started when I followed this strange man into the woods. I focus on my limbs, trying to get my body to move, but they still won't obey me. Why did Saint Germain drug me?
You just wouldn't understand.
I really don't understand. What does he plan to do with me? Ah. The door opens once again, and the Count comes back into the room. He's holding a sharp dagger in his hand.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Excuse me?
Oh, you're up already. You weren't supposed to wake for another 10 hours, or another 10.
Oh, a 10-10.
I suppose the drug would have a different effect on you than it would on an ordinary person.
Hey, Hey, what's the dagger for?
I'm gonna
Like,
show you a trick.
oh.
Oh, this? The blade has been poisoned. It numbs the area around the wound, enabling it to kill without causing any pain. It could slice a person's head off while they're asleep, and they wouldn't feel a thing.
One question. Just one question. What does he plan to do with it? I can only think of one answer.
I can see from your face that I likely don't need to explain what I'm about to use this for. What?
He continues to speak quietly, as peaceful as always.
This dagger will be used to take your life.
Okay.
Ah! It is going to trap you in a peaceful cradle of eternal sleep.
Okay. Exactly as I had expected.
Why?
But I don't feel a great sense of fear, and I simply stare at Saint Germain, watching him. Seeing my reaction, he cocks his head to one side.
Are you not afraid of me? I did just declare my intention to end your life.
I don't believe that Saint Germain I know would do something like that.
Well, I'm open-eyed, Germain.
Oh no. Our eyes lock, and after a few seconds of dead silence.
Would you care to test me?
Saint Germain retains his usual demeanor. I don't sense any hostility from him. Okay. In fact, I can't detect any sort of emotion from him at all. So are we gonna resist or don't resist?
I'm very scared.
Dear God.
Yeah, did you know this was actually a horror game?
Is it? Oh
No, it's not. Girl, are you sure there's no hostility?
Have you ever seen a movie or a show called Yume Nikki?
Oh god. Oh god. So if nobody has anything to say, it's going to be left to AI.
Oh boy.
So
Come on, Marvelous, do something.
Crooks. What do you
Crooks
choose?
comes in.
Crooks. What's your decision? Waiting with bated breath.
Bated breath.
I trust him.
Oh my god.
Are you
Oh,
not
no.
resisting?
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Oh, I saw the quick slave.
Just a
I
second.
saw the real
Just a
save as
second.
well.
Just a second. Just a second. We're not resisting.
Oh no.
I'm going to trust Saint Germain. He won't go through with this.
Oh,
Thanks,
I
Crooks.
simply stare at him.
oh no. Well,
Saint Germain readies his dagger, then for a moment he averts his eyes slightly. Can't help but smile.
Get them slow.
See? I knew it! There's no way Saint Germain would.
Oh no.
There's a dull thud as something hits me.
Oh my god.
I don't feel any pain or impact. Confused, I look down at myself. Ah! I see that a silver blade has been lodged deep into my body. As soon as I see it, I can feel my consciousness fading. Saint Germain? Really?
Good night. I pray that you have sweet dreams.
Saint Germain stares at me. His smile is peaceful, but his eyes are sadder than I've ever seen. My eyelids become heavy and I close my eyes. The last thing I feel is warm drops of water falling on my face. Ah, they must be Saint Germain's tears. He's crying that he's an imposter. As I
Oh my
think
god.
this, I've fallen into eternal sleep from which I will never awaken. Anyway, thank you guys for joining
Oh
us for the
my
playthrough of
God.
Code Realize. I know it's kind of a
Oh
bumper, but
my god, he was the imposter.
he was the imposter. Okay, let's just continue.
Hot Shock, I didn't do anything. I prayed.
Yeah, Macho, what the hell? Did you just stab Adrak?
Whoa.
Anyway,
Wasn't
we're
it for
resisting now. There's actually
You're not
Every day, I wake up, I look at the fire festival in the sky.
Hello, Adrak. It's I, the devil.
Oh shit, devil. Saint Germain draws
You are what
near.
you eat.
He quietly holds up the dagger.
Oh Lord.
Hold that spork.
He quietly says this as he looks into my eyes and closes his own for a moment. He's hesitating for a moment. I seize this opportunity. Through sheer willpower, I force my numb body to move. I slap his arm aside and the dagger flies out of his hand and lands on the floor.
How surprising.
He doesn't seem a bit surprised at this at all as he turns to look at the dagger.
I didn't expect you to have the mobility after such a drug.
No, Saint Germain, I didn't catch you off guard. If you were serious, you would have killed me in an instant, like you just did. But you weren't sure of yourself. Tell me, what happened? Why are you doing this? I desperately throw my words at him, still unable to feel anything but the numbness running through my body. But he remains unchanged. His face is expressionless as a mask.
Ellipses. I'll have to decline getting into that. It's a bit grim to serve as a bedtime story.
Just try to stab us.
Eternal bedtime. However, I can't just allow you to run off anymore.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Okay. He pins me down and holds me against the bed.
Sir.
Let's take off my gloves and just shove them off.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
up. Saint Germain, what the fuck?
Excuse me?
Hello? I still can't put up
What?
much resistance with my body still numb. There's nothing I can do.
You are, in essence, a butterfly. Butterfly, fly, butterfly. Ah! Favorite song in
Aye.
that has been captured by a spider. You have been caught in my web.
Okay. His arm slowly stretches towards me. I think the CG already's okay. His smooth hands gently strokes my hair, then makes his way to my neck. Oh fuck. Ow. Saint Germain begins to squeeze my neck and I can't breathe. Let's bite him. Saint Germain. My body jolts reflexively.
This is your fault.
Okay. His fingers dig into my throat. I feel myself grow hot and I see red sparks in my mind. Ow.
If you hadn't resisted, you could have had a peaceful death.
Yeah, just like 2 seconds ago. As I'm
Yes.
suffocating, I'm gradually released from the pain. I feel something almost like... Ugh! Okay, never... I'm not reading that. No, thank you.
What was the rating on this game?
I don't know.
Didn't want you to have to suffer.
Okay.
I had truly wished for a peaceful death. Even if that may only be a selfish wish. Even so, I wanted you to sleep peacefully, unaware of even your own death. Wow.
Saint Germain voice trembles slightly. It's so strange. Even while he's trying to kill me, the Count seems to be in more pain than I am, and I'm dying.
Miss Airdrak, I know that your death is the correct path for fate to travel.
Fucking Mon. I feel like I'm drifting into a dream. This is what death feels like. That's what crosses my mind.
Joke's on you, I'm into this shit!
I'm into this shit.
I know this, but why do I?
Feel like I'm falling into a deep sleep. And once I've fallen asleep, will I ever wake up? Dash. All I can think about is Saint Germain. Why is he trying to kill me? Why is he hesitating to kill me? Why does he look so sad? If I die, I'll never be able to talk with him or share tea with him. I feel sad about not being able to do any of these little things anymore. Then I lose consciousness.
Girl, he kidnapped you.
Girl.
He admitted kidnapping you as well.
Chapter 10!
Chapter 10, Secret. Girl, there are like 4 other men waiting in another building.
is your favorite color flag? Red.
Yeah. Literally, like,
No.
this is the reddest flag I've ever seen in my life.
Oh God.
Ellipses. I slowly raise my eyelids and see a familiar ceiling. Oh shit, I'm not dead. Soft light comes through the open window. Is it morning now? A familiar room, familiar furniture, and a comfortable bed that's been specially outfitted for my body. Yeah, this is my room. My room. Wait, it's flipped. How could I be waking up in a place like this when I'm supposed to be dead? Maybe this is what being a ghost is like. No. Maybe all of that, including my death, was just a dream? If that was a dream, that would be... Trying to speak causes my throat to hurt, and I furrow my brow. It wasn't a dream. I'm not fully awake yet, but reality hits me as I begin to feel sensations in my recently strangled neck.
Oof.
The sad smile Saint Germain had worn as he attacked me gradually comes to mind. At the time, he had looked like he was in much more pain than I was, despite me almost being dead, even though I was the one being strangled. Ellipses. I slowly sit up. Aside from my throat, nothing else hurts. I wonder what Saint Germain is doing. Why did he decide not to go through with killing me at the last moment? Saint Germain. Even after everything that's happened, I feel strangely no hatred towards him, even though he is the reddest flag in this entire game.
Couldn't be me, girlie.
Couldn't be me either. If I remained here, I'm sure that I'll be killed. Even that fact seems unreal to me. I stand up calmly, knowing that I should be feeling a pressing need to escape, and I really should. I really, really should. I check the window just in case. Yeah. I check the window just in case to see if there's a way out of the room. It doesn't open. I tried the door next. It doesn't open either. As much as I'd expected. Well, I can melt the keyhole with my poison. I begin to pull off my gloves, but stop. There's no way that Saint Germain would have forgotten about my poison. I'm sure he'd have done something to the room to keep me melting my way out.
You could try.
You could try. You could try, bitch. Try. And even if the poison did work and I was able to find my way out, could I simply run off?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you could.
The answer is yes. Adra, there's like an impy in the next building, like a Victor. A Victor's also a very nice
Victor's
man.
in the woods.
Yeah, Victor's in the woods. Let's go.
Trying to find the aliens.
There's Lupin. There's also Van Helsing. Like, he's grumpy, but he won't try and kill me. I lower my head, feeling as if I ran from Saint Germain now, I would never see him again, which would be a very good thing. Ellipses.
Okay, babe, run.
Okay. Coming up with a way out and escaping from the mansion would be the most logical thing to do, and it really is. But I suddenly hear a knock at the door. Saint Germain? I hastily put my gloves back on and turn towards the door. I'm definitely frightened. But my desire to hear his side of the story outweighs my fear. Come in. When I call out to whoever's beyond the door, I notice that the pain in my neck is subsiding. Okay. The door opens. Ugh. As expected, Saint Germain enters.
You're already awake. You were trying to find an escape route?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
I see. Very well. But you won't find a way out, even if you attempted to use your poison.
Try me. It's almost as if he's reading my mind.
I am?
How did you... You can read minds? How did you poison-proof it?
Victor created the basic formula to counteract the effects of your poison, so I simply applied his technique here.
It sounds like you've been preparing for this for a while. The birdsong outside feels far too peaceful for this situation. And damn it, that's right. A gentle light illuminates the floating dust, creating slanted bars of light.
Don't.
I have no idea what he's thinking beneath that smile of his. I've probably never truly once come close to understanding how he really feels. I'll never understand. He's always kept the rest of us at a distance. I was the only one who hadn't realized this, and I'd foolishly thought that we'd grown close.
You've been staring at me for a while. There's something you wish to say to me?
There's a great deal I want to say to you, and questions I want to ask you. Saint Germain's gentle words encouraged me to come out and say this. What happened last night? That was... Ugh.
Your body remembers, doesn't it?
Ah!
Ew.
Ew.
I clearly intended to kill you. You were neither dreaming nor mistaken.
So you really tried to murder me?
Yes, exactly.
Why? You've been protecting me all this time, so why now? I've been through so many life-threatening situations. The only reason I was able to get through them all was because I had the help of everyone who had been with me. It was all thanks to Lupin, Impy, Victor, Van Helsing, all fantastic boys. Great boys. And then this asshole. Had I been alone, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it this far. I clench my fists and tremble as Saint Germain looks out the window, his voice soft.
I honestly don't know why. Why it had to be you.
What? Saint Germain smiles very self-derisive. Can't pronounce it. And sighs quietly. His voice and expressions are calm and peaceful, as if he's given up on something.
I cannot explain the reasoning behind it, but the fact of the matter is that I must kill you.
Okay.
Enough about me. Let's kill you!
Okay, yay!
I wasn't able to finish you off last night, but I shall definitely end your life the next opportunity.
Wow.
Huzzah!
Oh god! Saint Germain adopts a power stance. Why not right now?
Yes, I don't wish for you to suffer. That's why I used that anesthetic last night. It's a very powerful drug, but it loses potency very soon after preparation. The process is complex and time-consuming.
Saint Germain gives me a scholarly lecture about the properties of the drug he used on me.
Wow.
You're
Love
still
that.
suffering the effects.
Boy.
All this, combined with the serene scenery of this room, it all feels so surreal.
So, you're in luck. You have some time until the next batch is ready. That should be around midnight. Tomorrow, I guarantee that you'll have another 2 days of safety.
This is all pretty strange. Oh, don't bring Squishy into this.
Hello, Squishy.
No!
It is I, Saint Germain.
No!
I have a request. You must
No!
rig Adrex dead body.
Explaining your poison of choice to the person you've tried to murder. I can't tell if you're trying to be considerate or terrifying. The more I listen to you, the more you confuse me. Until recently, I thought I understood you at least a little.
A man's mind is generally a one-way ordeal.
Like to murder?
Yes. There's no need to try to get into the mind of someone who is trying to kill you. There is no need to trust me either.
But, oh, sweetie, but I want to trust you.
Disbelieve the me that disbelieves you.
Because you're a friend, someone who's been by my side all this time,
I'm sorry, ma'am.
and
Ma'am.
and I am like red colorblind. Saint Germain's eyes widen slightly in surprise. His astonishment doesn't seem feigned at all.
You still consider me your friend.
Yeah, I guess.
After what I did to you, even if I'm trying to kill you,
Even so, I can't see you as a complete enemy. I guess. I still
An
No.
enemy.
enemy. I still feel like you have a reason for this, and that we'd be able to talk and come to an understanding about my murder.
You are very strange.
He says this with a tinge of sadness.
I wish I'd been able to meet you under different circumstances. I honestly do believe that. If we had, I probably would have to be feeling the way I do at this moment.
Okay. He slowly trails off as if having trouble choosing the right words. Hi, Zarok. Eventually, Saint Germain resumes in a small voice, as though he's trying to run away from his thoughts.
I shall see you later.
I shall see you later.
Oh my god. Welp. The Count leaves the room as I hear the door lock behind him, leaving me alone. I can live until tomorrow, at midnight. This death sentence seems so unreal. I hear birds chirping outside the window, and clouds slowly drift across the sky. Gentle light filters into the room, creating shadows. Everything I see feels like a celebration of a peaceful, ordinary day. I feel like I'm trapped in some kind of dream. I sit in a daze, allowing a few hours to pass. My mind is going round and round in circles, only stopping when someone knocks lightly at the door. Oh, who could it be? Please come in.
It is I.
Saint Germain enters once again. Oh, it's happy music, I guess. He's pushing a silver cart carrying a steaming bowl of cold soup and a plate of some bread rolls. You made me food?
Yes, I thought it may be time for lunch. Am I bothering you?
You're not bothering me, but you tried to murder me. Are you gonna go to the trouble of feeding someone you're going to kill?
As I said earlier, I don't want to see you suffer. There is time before your departures. I wish you to remain in just the way you are until then. It's just me being selfish.
Okay, you're always so kind.
Sure.
I would think that one wouldn't normally say such things to someone who is about to kill you.
Yeah. Saint Germain grimaces and then he offers the meal to me. As I reach out to take the bread, I hesitate. This.
Don't worry, it's not drugged like before. Although, I understand if you find it difficult to trust me.
Yeah, it is difficult, but no, I'll take it. It's useless to be suspicious of everything now.
Is it?
I'm pretty sus. If you wanted to, you could do anything to me without bothering to mix anything into my food. I take a sip of the soup and sigh a little in pleasure at how good it tastes. It's very cold. It's so good. It's just as good as Impy's cooking, whose route I was on right now.
Bruh.
Why, thank you. That's quite a compliment.
Saint Germain smiles happily, then takes a good look at me as I smack my lips. Okay.
This really is strange.
That does sum up the situation, huh?
You said it, buddy.
You said it.
Yeah.
What is...
You're so composed. I had thought you would tremble in fear, or resist.
Saint Germain is right to be puzzled. Even I find it strange how peaceful I feel. With the murderer. I don't know. Maybe too many things have happened. My mind's just numb to it. You know what? That's a mood. This almost feels unreal, like I'm in a dream.
I see. That may actually be a good thing. You don't want to have to feel the current cruelty of reality.
Okay.
I can only hope that you continue dreaming. Although you will have a rude awakening tomorrow night.
Because I'll be murdered? Saint Germain nods solemnly in response. Then he takes another good look at me.
You know this. So why don't you resist?
I give it a great deal of thought before I answer him quietly. Aren't you a master swordsman, respected by even Lupin and the others? Even if I did resist, I don't think I'd be able to get very far, even though I have poison hands.
So you're going to give up and wait in fear?
Nah, strangely enough, I'm not afraid either. I smiled at him. It's an undeniable fact that Saint Germain tried to kill me, but I can't bring myself to think that all the kindness he had shown me until last night had been a lie. Instead of wasting my time cowering, I want to believe in you until the very last moment when you take my life. Okay. Pointless resistance comes from cowardice. The most important thing to do is wait for an opportunity. Lupin said that.
I did?
I guess. At some point. That's right. I can save the trembling and fear until all hope has been extinguished. I say this and smile at him, and the Count silently shakes his head.
You're much stronger than I had imagined.
If I'm strong, it's only because Lupin and the others trained me to be that way. Very good men. Fantastic men, even. Green flags all around. It's because everyone has taught me so much.
Yet, all I do is take from you.
His quiet muttering carries a note of scorn for himself.
I know there isn't much point in saying this, but I wish I had been able to be in a similar position as Lupin when we met. As someone who could save you.
Saint Germain? He stares intently at me for a moment, then silently turns on his heels.
I'll return at dusk with your dinner.
No, I don't need anything else to eat.
Are you sure? If the taste doesn't suit you, I'll try my best to find something that does.
No, it's not that. I don't actually have to eat to survive. I don't need to go through most of the habits people have. I mean, I never really ate much before I met you all. It's probably because I'm not human.
But didn't you always eat with everyone back at the mansion?
That's because I enjoyed sharing meals with everyone else.
I see. I suppose, compared to our time back then, your current simulation doesn't warrant much room for any enjoyable meals. But
Ellipses. How did it all come to this? It's only been a few days since we last gathered around the table to eat, laughing. I really enjoyed the time I've spent with everyone. With you? Sharing meals with you, spending time with you especially, having tea. Even just the short conversation we'd have each day brought me happiness. But now, I look down at the floor, thinking back on these days and feeling it like it was such a long time ago. The fact that the situation is neither a dream nor a joke is gradually dawning on me. Saint Germain, can we and Lupin and everyone else truly never go back to those days again? It's still not too late to say this was all some sort of bad dream and that I can forget about everything that happened. I look up, grasping at this ray of hope, but all I see is Saint Germain's sad smile.
I'll bring you a meal and everything in the evening.
In the everything, got it. Saint Germain.
No. I probably have no right to say this, but I, too, feel that the time spent with you is very special.
You tried to kill me.
Yes. The slightly dangerous but exhilarating days that I spent with you and all the others. It was true. I'd never had hoped that those days would would never end.
He turns and leaves the room without another word. I sigh to myself and take another bite of the soup. It's gone completely cold by
Bite
now.
of the
Yeah, we're biting the soup. Chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Oh.
Some ice block now.
Chomp.
Impy would never.
Yeah, Impy would never. We'd be on the moon right now. At dusk.
I pissed on the moon.
You idiot! Here you go. Just like at lunch, Saint Germain quietly enters the room pushing a silver cart. The red light of the setting sun is shining on him. His long shadow extends from the floor to the wall. It almost looks like a separate living entity.
I've brought you your dinner.
Thank you, Saint Germain.
Don't thank me. This is simply an excuse.
For another murder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. An excuse.
Yes, I want to do this so that I would have a reason to exchange words with you.
Okay.
I want to speak with you before it all ends. I'm just clinging to futile sentiments.
If you want to, we can continue to.
Wow, that poison must be effective.
We can.
He takes on a sharper tone, piercing me through the heart. Like my brother suffered.
What? I can't do that, Miss Adrak.
I want to ask him why, then stop myself. He probably wouldn't answer me anyway. Saint Germain. I slowly enjoy the meal the Count offers me and look at him. Saint Germain himself doesn't eat anything, he just observes me intently. Yikes. Did someone order you to kill me? It seems that this was an unexpected question.
Why would you think that?
I've been thinking since about noon about everything you've said to me. You don't seem to be acting under your own will right now. It looks to me like you're pushing back your emotions in order to carry out some sort of mission. He doesn't reply. After a moment, he speaks quietly.
You misunderstand. I'm making the decision to kill you myself. The guilt of killing you should fall on no one's shoulders but mine.
He averts his eyes and turns his face down. There's a trace of dark shadow over his usual smile. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Then why do you look so sad?
Sad. Do I seem that way to you?
Yeah, you do, and I'm certain I'm right about it. Because we're friends. There's no way I would mistake that expression on the face of someone I consider dear to me. He's more than a friend. A murderer. There's a formless emotion lying within me that goes beyond friendship. The kindred bond between the murderer and the murderee.
I see. If I look sad to you...
The setting sun causes a shadow to cross his face. The shadow makes him look sinister.
Not the knife. I probably, truly do love the days that I spent with you. Perhaps my hesitation stems from a yearning for a return to those days.
Saint Germain narrows his eyes even more, then slowly smiles.
They're already close.
No, calling it a yearning for those times is too roundabout. Playing it safe. I probably love you.
Ugh.
Dude. Come on.
Yeah, Thomas, help us.
No!
Thomas,
Help us!
please.
Help
Thomas,
us!
please. Drive through
Help!
the window.
Crash! I'm begging you! Oh, this is kind of awkward. It is awkward. The smile he wears now is different from his usual smile, reflecting true kindness. It's a little awkward, though. I don't know if he's saying he loves me in a romantic sense or not.
Oh my god.
It'll be
Does
very...
it matter?
It doesn't matter! Perhaps he means he has a deep affection for me as a friend who has adventured alongside him.
Girl.
I love Adrak.
I love friends so much you just want to stab him with a knife.
Have you ever been so much... I mean... Have you ever wanted to kill your friend, like, actually murder them?
Have you ever had such a bromance that you just want to, like, stab them?
Yeah. Have you ever had a...
Nikki.
Don't you choke your homie tonight?
Only
You mean
homies choke
both?
themselves to death.
No,
Oh my god.
we can't air that.
But still, I can't keep my cheeks from reddening. Really? Just like the
blood.
red flags all
So
around
much
us.
red flag.
The days I spent with you remind me of when I was still alive.
Oh, you're dead too? How cool.
Oh shit.
Be my bride of Frankenstein.
But Victor isn't here.
God. Yeah, this isn't even Victor's. Root, what's
I'm so
going
sad.
on?
I'm so sad, bro.
Victor, please save us.
Mixes potions in corners, sadly.
When you were alive. What do you mean? You sound like you're saying you aren't alive right now.
Dots. I've said too much. I didn't mean to confuse you before I kill you.
Okay. It's fine, homie. You
Tell you
size.
I love you. Definitely not confusing at all.
It's not. You ever tell your homie that you love them and then try and kill them? He sighs slightly and then
All the
stands.
time.
Only all the time.
I must excuse myself now. I'll bring you another meal in the morning. Tomorrow will be your last full day of life. You may want to say your prayers to make sure you have no regrets. Or no regrets.
No regrets. Did you convert me to Christianity just for this day?
Actually, Jonestownism.
What should I pray to?
Something you believe in.
Okay. I
believe in Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah. Praying for the gods of Stockholm Syndrome. Let's go. Those
You're
are
definitely practicing what
I
you
love my
preach.
neighbors didn't hear me say that. I pressed my head against the wall.
literally. Like right now, like what's going through my head is like, Vel? Really?
Yeah, why, Val?
Those are Saint Germain's last words as he turns to leave, bathed in the light of the setting sun. As he leaves, I call out to him, forcing out the words, I have many regrets. You haven't even told me why I'm going to be murdered and killed and maimed and killed. Definitely killed and murdered.
That's...
Why are you going to kill me? Am I going to die without knowing that? I ask him the same question I asked before. I assume I'm not going to get a reply. But Saint Germain stops and turns around and looks at me.
Because there is no other way for you to have a peaceful death. If you must be faced with death, it mustn't be at the hands of others. It should at least be from my own hands. It is your deliverance, and at the same time, you're a punishment for me for having taken your life.
Okay, ellipses. I look down and clench my hands into fists. From the day we met, I always thought you were a mysterious person. You hide your true feelings and you have secrets, but you've been a kind and reliable friend, especially with the way you tried to kill me, homie. That's why I wanted to get to know more about you. I wanted to be closer to you. That's what I wanted, but my voice begins to tremble. I feel myself growing hot and the words rush out of me. But now, the more I talk to you, the less I understand about you.
You
must
wouldn't
have
understand.
I don't understand.
Man.
You must have some reason why you're doing this to me. I want to believe you. I want you to make me believe you and make me understand, even though I will never understand.
There is no need for you to understand me.
Oh no! What? I look up at a sudden interruption.
You only need to look at my face, look at the facts before you, and simply hate me.
I mean, that's what I'm already doing.
Hate me. Hate me so much that it makes you want to kill me.
Okay. Okay. We have another choice here. So, are we gonna say, I can't, or is it the only way?
What I'm
Da-da-da.
Okay, anyone gonna make the choice for us, or are we gonna have RNG do this for us? Also, his expression is emotionless as he looks me directly in the eyes.
Well,
Forgot
like
to read that
how
part.
his lower half of his face is hidden by the choice, so it's just his eyes.
This is my favorite picture of him so far.
Time for RNG, I guess.
Alright, we're doing RNG. We are going with number 1. I can't. Oh. I can't. I shake my head.
SMH.
I can't do that.
why not? I'm trying to kill you. I would think that that would be a reason enough to cause you to hate me.
It might be, but I'm built differently. But after spending time with you and the others, I've been gifted with a number of different emotions. I'm overflowing with so many that there's no room inside for hate. I place my hands above my chest with a faint smile. Even when I told you about my past, you never stopped treating me the same way. Even when you found out that I was in that underground laboratory, you never looked at me any differently. That's why I'm not going to change how I see you, and I can't hate you, and that's something. I know. As a homunculus, I probably don't have the right to feel such things inside me, but I finally realized I think I just want to love you like a homie from the bottom of my heart.
You cannot, Miss Adrak. You shouldn't think that way.
I tell Saint Germain exactly how I feel, and I feel a hint of emotion flicker on his mask-like expression. It seems pained and has difficulty choosing his next words.
Because I'm going to betray those feelings you have developed for me. Never doubt that.
Saint Germain's one-sided argument makes my heart ache. Why is this happening? I want to shout at him, asking why he must kill me. But I also know that doing so won't solve anything.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
With this, Saint Germain leaves the room. Midnight. I lay on the bed, thinking about everything that's happened. There's only one full day left until Saint Germain has declared that he would kill me. When that time comes, I know that he'll make sure to kill me, even though he may hesitate. Saint Germain says he has a reason to kill me. I still don't know what it is, but he is sticking to his reason and definitely intends to kill me. Ellipses. I don't want to die. The words that spill from me now never would have occurred to me back when I was shut up inside my mansion. Meeting Lupin and seeing and walking in the outside world, Impy, Victor, and Van Helsing, and the time I spent with Saint Germain. Even though my life may only be artificial, perhaps all these experiences have given me a desire to continue living. I don't want to die. For Saint Germain's sake. Okay. Obviously, I don't want to die for my own sake as well. But more than that, I feel that Saint Germain would be left with lasting emotional trauma if he was forced to kill me.
Oh my god.
Adrak. Girl. I bite my lip. I wonder if I can escape from here. Where's Thomas? It seems that, Saint Germain will listen. Doesn't seem like Saint Germain will listen to anything I have to say at this point. But maybe Lupin and the others can get through to him. I'll escape from. Yeah. Lupin, what's your take on this?
Shit's fucked, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man.
Shit fucked. I'll escape from this place and meet up with them all. If I face Saint Germain with all the frenzy that he has spending time with, then perhaps
Power of friendship.
the power of friendship will stop a murder. Alright.
Wouldn't be the first time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess this is an anime. I recall Saint Germain's Syed expression as I get out of bed. First, I checked the room for any possible means of escape. Just as he said, my poison doesn't seem to have any effect on the locked doors or the tightly shut windows. I tried the walls and floor as well, but the poison has no effect on any surface that would lead out of this room. He said that he used Victor's formula, but is it really possible to poison-proof this much space alone in such a short time? If the poison doesn't work, then...
I feel like you could have tried this about 2 nights ago.
Yeah. I can't. I pick up a chair and slam it against the window. It's a clean hit, but the window doesn't break at all. I wonder what material it's made from. It looks so fragile, but it doesn't budge. Ellipses. After that, I continue trying different ways to escape from the room, being extremely thorough to check any crevice. But with all my time and effort are spent in vain, and the sky is beginning to turn white as I give up. Ugh. Ugh. My breathing is uneven. I'm pretty tired after my intense search. The stress from knowing that a friend is intending to kill me is probably a big factor in my fatigue as well. I lie on the bed and take a short break. I grow impatient, feeling that I need to do something about the situation. That I need to do something. Sorry, I read that wrong. Do something. Okay. Do. Like this situation is do. But instead, the tiredness overtakes me and I fall into a deep sleep. Ellipses. I wake to the sudden sensation of the bedsheets being flung off of me. Ugh!
I'm here!
No!
Good morning?
Good,
Thank you.
good morning? I open my eyes in surprise and see Saint Germain's face right in front of me. He's looming! What?
Always feel like
Somebody's watching me!
Get no privacy.
God.
Oh, did I wake you on the day that you're gonna die? Good morning.
He's going to kill me!
yes.
I break out in goosebumps all over my body, and whatever drowsiness I still have is blown away instantly. I instinctively thrust my arms forward, trying to throw him aside. But he grabs my hand and forces me to stand up. Before I know it, he's holding both my wrists in one hand and is covering my mouth with the other. This is a rude awakening. Didn't I have till nighttime? What the fuck? SMH my head. Just like he had been strangling me, his hands seemed unaffected by my poison where it touches my skin.
Unfortunately, your poison won't work on me. These gloves have... Ah!
God, I'm clicking on this. We're out of here, boys.
These gloves have been poison-proofed, just like your own clothing.
He shrugs and looks me in the eyes. There should be one more day before the time Saint Germain specified that I would die. So what's going on? Ellipses. I glare at the Count in protest. For some reason, I sense a hint of desperation in his expression.
Please, don't look at me that way. I'm sorry it is so sudden. The situation has changed a bit. For the moment, I can't have you running around like last night.
Ellipses. That must mean he heard me making noise in the room as I was attempting to escape. Like smashing a chair on the wall. That was kind of noisy.
You also were talking out loud.
Oh, dang it. Before I can figure out my next move. Ah, he pushes me against one of the bedposts with overpowering strength. Then he quickly ties me to it.
Pardon?
Hello. Dude.
Obviously, the rope will not be melted by your poison either. Now you definitely won't be able to run.
His face is right in front of mine. Can you get away, please? A perfume with almost sweet scent tickles up my nose. Why am I thinking about this? I twist my body, trying to free myself from the rope. But the more I struggle, the tighter the rope digs into me. Ugh. What a morning. Mondays, am I right?
There is a reason for this. Please, stay quiet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
God damn it.
No.
Oh wait, I can't use that in the vein.
Ew.
You are mine in life, and I shall guide you to your death.
I'm making noise.
You are mine, I won't give you to anyone else.
Okay. Well.
I am of yandere.
Ah!
Yes, even if the true course of fate desires you,
Okay.
I shall be the one to end your life. That is your deliverance and my punishment.
This is the second time I heard these words. He's still smiling as usual. And yet, at the same time, it almost looked like he's crying behind that smile. I don't give a fuck.
It was probably unnecessary to go this far.
You think?
But if he were to find you, I might have at least be able to say that I had you properly contained.
Huh? Saint Germain carefully steps away. He removes his hand over my mouth and finally able to draw a deep breath. Huff. We lock eyes. I'm not really sure what the point of the sudden activity is. But there's no point in hiding anything now. Now that he knows I was trying to get out last night and find the power of friendship. Saint Germain, there's one last thing I want to say. I fully intend to escape tonight before midnight.
Why would you tell me that? It's like you're going out of your way to be caught.
Hard mode, bitch. I didn't want to say nothing. I feel like that would be betraying you. I feel like something is wrong with me too, talking like this with so much on the line. But the words are coming from my heart.
You really are incredibly honest. I have been betraying your trust all this time, and yet you say you don't wish to betray mine.
I stare at the Count, who wears a smile of self-mockery. Even if I am somehow able to escape, I don't know if I'll ever see Saint Germain ever again. Probably a good thing, all things considered. That's why I want to leave him with some parting words. Whether or not I'm able to escape, there's one more thing I want to tell you.
Yes?
Goodbye, Saint Germain. No matter what happens, I'm still glad you came into my life, I guess.
I showed you London.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
London, can you help me?
No.
London, you bitch. If I hadn't met you, I don't think I would have the will to live that I now do now. Saint Germain is silent for a long time. He stares at me, then opens his mouth to say something, but after a moment he shuts it without a word. He continues looking at me as if making an effort to break through his hesitation.
Goodbye, Miss Adrek.
He says only this and leaves the room. His soft voice seems to linger in the air behind him after he's gone. As soon as I'm alone again, so many words begin flooding into my dazed mind. Why did he suddenly decide to tie me up like this when he said there was still some time? Saint Germain said that the situation had changed. If we're now in a situation where my moving about would cause trouble for him, I might be able to make this work in my favor. I say this out loud, making myself believe in every word. Stay calm. Don't panic. The most important time to be calm is when you're in trouble. That's something Lupin taught me. I have to understand the situation I'm in, understand my options, and do my best to catch the enemy off guard. Those are the skills necessary to stay alive. Saint Germain knew everything there was to know about my poison, and thus was fully prepared to deal with it. But there's something he hasn't realized. I learned how to be a thief from the great Lupin. He made sure to teach me how to free myself from a rope, too. When I was being tied, I twisted my wrist to create a gap, so now I can keep twisting my wrist to widen the gap. It's a very small thing, but according to Lupin, at times it's the little things that dictate the tides of battle. Ellipses. What is Saint Germain thinking? Like,
Kill.
Really? How much murder's in that noggin of his? Why is he trying to kill me? I'm going to hold off on thinking about these things. Right now, the most important thing is to get out of here alive. I work on widening the small gap in the rope, and time flies by. The sunlight entering the room pans across the floor, and then lengthens as the sun begins to go down. Even then, the rope isn't loose enough for my hands to pass through it. Then, after a while after the sun has set, my wrists are finally free of the rope. Yeah! I whisper my excitement, then untie the rest of the knots and relax slightly. I've regained the freedom to move my body. Now I have bigger problems to tackle. There's no clock in the room, so I can't tell what time it is. I was so engrossed in freeing myself from the rope that I have no idea how long it's been since the sun went down. When will Saint Germain finish preparing the poison and return to this room? Will it be a few hours? Or is he on his way here even now as I stand here? I try to block out any fear and unease, and once I have finished preparing for my escape, I turn to the keyhole in the door. There's something I've been thinking about before untying myself. My poison won't work on this door. I'm not strong enough to break it down. All that remains then is lockpicking skills that Lupin taught me. I don't have any tools on hand, though. Well, I just have to make something.
Where'd she get her hat?
I put my hat on. I take off my gloves and set the sights on a handle sticking out of the nearby shelf. The handle is metal. I wonder if I can fashion some kind of wire out of it. An ordinary person won't be able to do that, but I can. I gently touch the handle with my bare hand. It seems that the handle hasn't been protected from my poison, and it begins to melt and smoke in the moment I touch it. I can use this. And my hat. I feel the metal becoming warmer, and I begin to create a thin metal stick from it, like twisting a piece of thread. It doesn't look that great, but it should do the trick. My breathing naturally becomes shallower as I stick the 2 wires into the keyhole. I lose track of how much time it takes. I'm really bad at this. I feel a click. I put my hand against the door and give it a gentle push. The door, which hadn't budged at all until this point, opens with a tiny creak. I look around cautiously and step into the hall. It feels like ages since I was last outside this room. The sudden freedom has given me a sense of liberation, but I'm also terrified that it could be taken away from me at any moment. I juggle these emotions as I reach out to the window in the hallway. It doesn't melt. Has he poison-proofed outside the room too? Then the other way out is the door that leads outside. If this mansion is the same floor plan as the other one, then I know where the back door should be. But it may not be an exact replica, so the only exit I know of for certain is the door in the main hall. I need to hurry. I run, trying to contain my panic, and eventually arrive at the main hall. Only one set of doors separates me from the outside world. I jump at the door and turn the knob. Cold sweat trickles down my back as I realize that the door must be locked from the inside and shows no sign of opening. This hall is vast. I can be seen from anywhere. It's only a matter of time before I'm caught. The poison probably won't work, but... I take my gloves off once more and bring my finger to close to the keyhole. A slight bit of smoke begins to rise from the knob. It's working! There seems to be some sort of poison proofing here as well, as the melting is so much slower than its usual effect. Why just here? Could he have known that I would attempt to escape, and made it so the poison will only have a slight effect? What should I do now?
Oh.
Should we keep using the poison or try taking the lock?
Choice is yours, or RNG's alone.
Yeah, you can either choose for us, or I'll let RNG pick for us. But Adrak's life is in your hands. Either your hands or a robot's hand. Alright, I'm gonna roll. So, we got... Oh god, don't say that now, I'm in panic. Oh no!
Yeah.
We got number 2, so try picking the lock. Let me check something real quick. Just a second.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, I actually do need to check these things. Okay, we're just gonna go. Stay calm, stay calm. The poison will definitely break the lock. But right now I'm racing against time and the poison will just take too long. And I've successfully picked one lock in this mansion already. If the store uses the same kind of lock, I might be at an advantage since I already have experience with it. If that's the case... I use the wires from before to pick at the lock. I tell myself to remain calm over and over again, trying my best to keep my hands from shaking. Hurry, hurry, hurry! This is taking longer than expected. I try to control my emotions as best as I can, not knowing when Saint Germain will appear. And finally, I hear the sound I've been waiting to hear. Yeah! I can't help but let out a small cry of relief. At the same moment...
Jack. Impossible. How did you?
I hear Saint Germain's voice from behind. I resist the urge to turn around and fucking book it. We're going! I open the doors and jump outside, then slam them behind me and start running. This is one of the escape techniques Lupin taught me. It's so he won't be able to tell which way I run. Once I'm in the forest, I deliberately go off the path and run into a thicket. It would be foolish for me to run along the beaten path. Saint Germain is my only pursuer. He doesn't have any hunting dogs that can track my scent. If I run into the bush, it'll be nearly impossible to spot me in the night forest. Not even Saint Germain will be able to follow me. I'll be fine now. Just fine. Just having a real one. In the forest, the terror of death finally begins to set in, gradually taking over my body. Finally. My anxiety and fear keep me moving, and I continue to run without stopping. After a while, I suddenly enter an open area. I've seen this place before. The streets we traveled before entering the forest. Huh? The path we took to the mansion made it seem like the forest is much deeper and further from the city. I haven't even been running for 10 minutes! I'm confused by the fact that I'm out of the forest much sooner than I'd expected. Maybe that forest had a strange power. Or maybe Saint Germain had been circling the forest on our way there to throw off my sense of direction and distance. Either way, there's no way for me to know, and I don't intend on pursuing the matter any further. I look back into the forest. For some reason, the sad look on Saint Germain's face crosses my mind. Saint Germain, I hope we don't meet again. I hesitate, still moving forward, then break back into a run. After running for a while, I finally start to see the Count's original mansion, the one I'd been staying at. I finally made it this far. I can see everyone else soon. As I think this, my lips naturally lift into a smile. The first thing I'll do when I see them all is apologize for worrying them, then tell them about Saint Germain. Right as I'm thinking this. I suddenly get the feeling that I'm being watched and stop moving. Something huge cuts through the air, barely missing me. With a huge rumble, it smashes into the ground. Ugh. Oh, just a sec, I gotta open the door.
Okay.
Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Alright, I'm back. Hey, what the hell's going on in chat? 10-10. I have to ban you now? And check. Ugh. Ugh. I cry out from pain as it hits my entire body. I gulp in a breath and shakily stand up, cringing against the pain. What just... I squint my eyes to get a better look into the cloud of dust. Uh-oh.
What? Oh.
A gentle breeze blows the dust aside and my assailant, the assailant, is revealed. A huge figure stands there, menacingly. It's a white knight covered head to toe in a suit of armor.
Ellipses.
Oh my god. A huge sword protrudes from the ground. The sheer size of the figure and its sword gives me a sense of overwhelming awe. Is this Twilight? No, it can't be. Edward's not that big at all. My judgment is groundless, but the knight in front of me possesses a formidable air, completely apart from that of Twilight. The figure stands with great dignity amidst the dust and the moonlight. It has such Herculean strength that I could throw this giant blade with the strength to cut a gouge out of the ground. If whoever was wearing that suit were to glare at me from beneath that helm, I would be petrified by the fright, unable to move. That's right. I've seen that suit of armor before, than the first night I stayed at the mansion. I saw that huge figure walking in the hall. I hadn't been seeing things. When I asked Saint Germain about it, he'd said he had no idea what it could be. But what if he was lying to hide the identity of his attacker? Are you working with Saint Germain? The armored figure responds with silence. And it easily lifts the huge sword from the ground and slowly takes a combat stance towards me.
Fucking ultra greatsword user.
Yeah, it's so thick. This person is trying to kill me. I don't understand why, but I need to run. By pure instinct, my fear pushes me to move, and I turn around to try to make a run for it. My assailant takes a great leap and lands directly in my path. It spins around to face me, still sliding along the ground with the momentum of the jump, and drops into a crouch. The friction between the armor and the gravel on the ground creates sparks. What?
Get rad.
This is anime. It can't be possible to move like that wearing all that armor. This figure in front of me, it's no ordinary person, no matter how I look at it. The assailant lifts its giant blade once more and points it towards me. There's no place to run. That's all I can think. A gunshot rings out in the darkness of the forest, striking a spark from the armor. The figure staggers slightly, then turns to look at the bushes in the forest. There stands... Yo!
Oh.
Oh? Rock salt doesn't work on you. I see. The armor you're wearing is pretty sturdy and pretty.
I see Van Helsing quickly load a shotgun with a different type of ammunition, and a wide-eyed Victor standing nearby. Van Helsing! Victor! Van Helsing ignores me, then aims his other gun at the knight and fires. But the assailant raises its sword, and I see several sparks leap from the blade.
Deflecting bullets. You're ridiculous. Those are lethal, you know.
Adra, are you hurt?
Just on the inside. I hear someone call out to me, and turn towards the voice to see Victor running towards me.
We've all been looking for you. I'm so glad we happened to get back early.
Thanks.
Who's that in the armor?
I don't know either. He looks like some sort of assailant. I was just suddenly attacked. I watch Van Helsing and the attacker intently as they slowly close in on each other.
Tell me one thing. Who are you?
Nothing. Huh?
Ellipses.
The assailant doesn't respond. It simply stands ready to strike. I don't know what an assailant is.
You are not the talkative type. A skilled assassin, I see.
Van Helsing's lips curl into a smile as if he's enjoying this.
Oh, you're a bit too conspicuous to be an assassin.
Just a bit.
Flames light up in the darkness of the night. Those are the explosive shells that Van Helsing has used in several battles. Intense smoke rises from the impacts, completely covering the armored knight. The knight.
Did you get it?
Not yet.
Van Helsing replies tersely as he reloads the guns. And, just as Van Helsing said, when the wind blows the smoke away, the armored figure is standing there, just as it had been before.
Not even a scratch. I suppose I'll have to switch tactics. Victor, take her and wait at the location I pointed out to you on the way there.
Got it.
But Van Helsing?
We'll only get in his way if we stay behind. We should go, for his sake.
I turn back and look at Van Helsing.
I'll buy you some time. Then follow the two of you. Now go!
I turn away from him and begin to run, with Victor tugging at my arm. We run away from the mansion and into the forest. After running for a while, Victor stops, out of breath.
Wait. Yeah. Adrak, let's wait here.
Did you bring your inhaler?
No, I forgot it at home.
No!
This is where Van Helsing said to wait.
Alright, but do you think Van Helsing is going to be safe?
He'll be fine. He's strong. You've seen him fight a number of times.
I nod slightly at Victor's words. Yeah, Van Helsing's definitely strong. But that armored attacker seems so abnormally powerful. He wasn't even fazed by the onslaught of those exploding shells. How will Van Helsing be able to fight when his best weapon, his guns, won't work against it? Ellipses. We wait restlessly for a while. Then we hear someone approaching through the underbrush. It's Van Helsing. Hello?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Van Helsing, I'm so glad you're alright and not dead. My relief is short-lived. I see a trail of blood running down his leg and I gasp. Van Helsing, that...
Oh, I was caught off guard. We shouldn't have to worry about it chasing us, though I was able to outrun it.
That looks pretty bad.
Victor looks at Van Helsing's wound and gives it quick temporary treatment. I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
You better be. Where have you been?
Well, getting almost murdered.
What?
I mean, never mind.
We can go over details later. That night attacked us in front of the mansion. It knew we were staying. I want to take a better look at Van Helsing's wound, so need to go back. Need to go somewhere to take a break. Adrak, you don't look so well either. Let's make it our top priority to find a new location to stay.
We both nod at Victor's suggestion.
So this is totally identical mansion.
Yes, so there's an identical mansion. We then begin looking for lodging, renting some rooms in the middle class area in London. Victor and Van Helsing share a room, so I'm alone in mine. Ellipses.
Welcome to London.
Oh. Hi, London! How are you?
Well, that night fucked up my tiles.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I exhale a little. I've been running non-stop tonight. My body's showing signs of fatigue. I just want to fall asleep without thinking about anything. But there's so much I need to tell everyone. I'll first go to Victor and Van Helsing's room. As I'm thinking this, I hear a knock at my door. For a split second, the image of Saint Germain carrying meals to me crosses my mind. PTSD. I shake my head, knowing that would be impossible, and open the door. There stands Victor.
Oh, good. You're still awake.
Ah, we got a care package. Everyone stretch and drink.
Yes.
Yee.
Tintin's back. Yeah? What is it, Victor?
Well, there's a lot I want to talk about, and wanted to give you some good news. May I come in?
I let Victor into the room, and after offering them the chair, I sit on the bed.
So, the good news.
I love good news.
It's about Van Helsing's wound. It's not as bad as it looks. He'll be able to move fine in no time.
I see. I'm glad. I sigh in relief, and Victor smiles slightly before his expression turns serious.
We've all been looking for you ever since you and the Count disappeared. Impy had built a tracker just in case something like this happened. But somebody broke it, so unfortunately we had to go running around on our own feet.
Ellipses. Saint Germain is the one who sabotaged Impy's device. I remember him saying so I lower my head. Thank you for looking for me, and I'm so sorry for making you worry.
It's alright. It seems there was a reason for it.
You're not gonna like the reason. As I try to explain myself, he puts his index finger up against my lips.
You can tell us all about it when everyone is here. This is a meeting spot that Lupin set up just in case of an emergency. Everyone should gather here soon. So, for now, you could just relax and take it easy.
Thank you, Victor. The kindness in Victor's voice permeates my entire body. Once Victor leaves, I lay down alone on the bed. I lay on my back so that my poison doesn't melt the blankets, and I let my mind drift. Why did Saint Germain try to kill me? Why was that assailant in the armor after me? Ellipses. Right before I fall asleep, the last thing I see in my mind is Saint Germain's sad smile. Saint Germain! Wah! As soon as I whisper this, I fall into the depths of a deep, deep sleep. Alright, chapter 11, Saint Germain.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what route we're on, guys?
Ah, our beautiful princess. I, the gentleman thief, Arsène Lupin, am pleased by your safe return.
I meet with Lupin and the others a little after sunrise. After his arrival at the lodging where we were staying, he smiles as soon as he sees me, then kisses my gloved hand. Thank you, Lupin. I'm sorry you had to concern yourself over me.
Don't pay it another thought. I was definitely worried, but it's all been worth it if you're safe.
Lupin smiles the same as always. Just seeing his smile makes me feel at ease.
Huh? No fair, Lupin. I was gonna do that. Oh,
That's no way to act when we should be celebrating your safe return. Impy's being annoying as usual.
dude.
Whoa.
Ellie, just make sure you don't grow up to be like that.
Even if it would be difficult to become that irritated, even if I tried.
Dude. I wish you'd at least be considerate enough to talk behind my back when I can't hear you.
Everyone breathes a sigh of relief, seeing that I'm alright. I really miss this lively atmosphere. Van Helsing, thank you for last night. How's your leg?
It was just a scratch, no big deal.
From what I saw last night, it seemed to be a pretty deep cut. He's probably just trying to play it down so I don't feel guilty about it. Victor, thank you too.
I didn't do anything. There's no need to thank me.
Van Helsing looks away, irritated, and Victor puts on a bright smile. These two are really are opposites. After we check in with each other and make sure that we're all fine, Lupin calls for a more formal discussion to begin.
Adrak, if you're not too tired, will you tell us what happened?
Okay, I was in a murder mansion.
I can't believe you're in Danganronpa too.
Oh no!
Oh!
Exactly what went on from the time you disappeared until Danganronpa 3?
Oh. Okay. So first off, there's this guy named Komida. Yes,
No!
it has a lot to do with Saint Germain. So I think I owe it to you guys to tell you. They all fall silent and their eyes are all on me. I'm not that eager to tell them everything that Saint Germain did to me, but I start talking about my experience, organizing my thoughts so the others look on. I tell them about how I wanted to run away and disappear so as to not drag everyone else along with me. Saint Germain realized this and took me with him on a long walk through the forest. He took me to another mansion. He confined me in there and almost killed me. Then I was able to somehow escape. After I made it back here, I was attacked in front of the mansion by someone wearing a suit of heavy armor. And that I had seen this assailant once before, here in the mansion. Everyone listens in silence. There's one exception. Impy caused the scene by I described being strangled and tied up. After telling them everything, it seems to me that all of them looked miserable, as they should. It's all because I tried to disappear without telling any of you. I didn't mean to cause trouble for the rest of you. I'm really sorry.
You'll be hearing about that later. Right now we have bigger problems here.
Yes, I can't believe that the Count would suddenly try to kill you.
But if it's all true, we need to consider the Count as a threat.
Van Helsing, Victor. The two of them furrow their brows, openly conveying their suspicions. Contrary to those two, Impy and Lupin seem to be deep in thought.
He tried to kill you? Saint Germain? I can't picture it.
I have the picture right here.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking more along the lines of what Impy's saying. He'll be pretty mysterious, but he's not a bad guy. I know that much, I think. I shouldn't be saying these things.
Do you need to look at the picture, Lupin?
You better look at this, Lupin.
Yeah, he was strangling me.
Dude.
Wow! Jesus!
Right, man?
It's unforgivable that he hurt you, but he had to have a reason for it.
Really, a reason for this, huh? Well, look at the picture again?
No.
Lupin and Impy.
It makes me laugh.
Look at this photograph!
Look at this graph.
Look at this giraffe!
Lupin and Impy have known Saint Germain for quite some time. They probably have a greater desire to believe in him.
Don't be naive. It's an irrefutable fact that he tried to kill her. Look at the photograph.
Yeah. It doesn't make me laugh.
If you don't want him to kill you, well, you need to start looking at him as an enemy. Be prepared to fight him.
Right. I try to keep my reply vague, and Victor smiles at me.
You don't seem very convinced yourself. Do you have a different idea? Would you mind telling me?
Victor gently puts me on the spot, and I hesitate a little bit. But I already know what I want to do. I don't want to fight. I want to save Saint Germain.
I can change him.
I can change him.
I can change this world.
In fact, I can also make him worse.
Adrak.
Save him, not defeat him.
I nod. I think I already decided that in my heart from the moment Saint Germain said he would kill me. Saying it out loud like this makes it all the more clear to me, and the thought firmly entrenches itself within my heart. His smile's so peaceful when he's watching over us. It's always brought me comfort. He tried to
They said
kill
the
me.
same thing about the mountain lion that took the life of those 3 hikers the other day.
Yeah. I always thought his smiles were genuine, like those mountain lions. But I was wrong. His smile wasn't coming from the heart.
I would assume so. I don't know that he's what he's after. But you were saying he was misleading us with those smiles, correct?
That's not it. I shake my head at his question. I feel like I'm getting a little closer to the meaning behind the word save that's been floating in my mind. Saint Germain's smiles were definitely misleading someone, but I think he never intended to trick us. Probably. I don't know. I think the person he was trying to mislead was himself. I can't say
What?
for sure, but that's the impression I got. Thinking back, I probably got brain damage from when he tried to strangle me. Anyway, maybe Saint Germain's smiles were all unnatural. If they had been a mask to trick me, there would have been no need for them once I had been confined in his other mansion. But his smile never faded in front of me. Not even when he was strangling me. Or when he said farewell to me. He'd had a sad smile on his face, like he was trying to hide his true feelings. That's why I want to see what he's really like. I want to see him smile from the bottom of my heart. Not in a lie or something fake. Courage is the magic that turns dreams into the reality.
God fucking damn it. I'm so mad right now.
Saying this out loud. Courage. I feel something fall into place in my heart. Thank you, Richter. There is a moment of silence. Everyone looks at me in thought.
Adrak, let me say one thing.
Is it-
Courage.
What about courage?
The cowardly dog!
You have the option of forgetting him and continuing your journey with us, to keep looking for a way to remove your poison. You want to see Saint Germain smile, even if it means throwing that opportunity away? Is this more important to you than your desire to touch someone? You would throw away that wish for this?
You know, now that you'd say it, there's no question about that. I reply without a moment's hesitation. I want Saint Germain to be happy. I want him to be able to smile without being Syed. I wish him more happiness than I wish for myself. Okay. When did these feelings for him first arise in me? Was it when I first met Saint Germain? Or did it come about as I spend time with him as a friend? Or...
I swear to God, if it's
No.
switched
It's a strangling.
to... Yeah, the strangling CG, I would have been so mad.
I would have fucking lost it.
No.
Calling it a yearning for those times is too roundabout, bout. Playing it safe. I probably love you.
Is it... Actually, this is the wrong cutscene. Where's the strangling?
Oh my god.
Is it because he told me that? He's... Oh, dating app. Oh, shit. Wow.
Dating app. This is the kind of snack you can snag there.
Yeah. Is it because
I'm
he
going
told...
to kill you.
Oh, no. Yeah, that was the moment. When he said he wanted to kill me. That was the moment. When he said...
Adrak, you're my 13th reason why.
It's because he told me that. He sounded so sad and alone. I don't ever want to hear him say, I love you so sadly ever again. And also the strangling.
Oh.
I'm sorry, everyone. I want to look more into Saint Germain before trying to find my papa. I know you all have your own missions and we're trying to find father because of them. But I'm not going to be able to help you for completely personal reasons. I'm very sorry. The silence feels heavy and my voice grows softer. This is probably too selfish of me. But right when I think this.
Gee, why not me?
Yeah, why not you? Impy's loud
Seriously.
complaint. Impy's loud complaint lightens the mood in the room. If only we could have gone to the moon. Huh?
Alright, I'll help you too. I did promise that I would grant your wish.
I'll stick around for a while. Just until I've confirmed that I've actually completed my goal of killing Finis.
Oh, do I have good news for you, my friend?
Oh,
Uh,
I'm always on your side.
I'll help you. It's because of you folks that my arrest warrant was lifted after all.
Are you sure,
Ooh.
everyone?
You don't have to be modest with us. We're friends, aren't we?
That's right. We want to do something about the account too.
I don't have any intention of taking part in some lukewarm friendship with you people, but I do owe him.
Thanks, everyone. I lower my head once again as they say their pieces one at a time. That's right. It's obvious if you think about it. Saint Germain isn't just my friend, but a friend to us all. He tried to kill me. I'm just so convinced that I had to carry this burden on my own. I almost made the same mistake as when I tried to run off my own without telling everyone.
Now, I guess moving forward, we'll be looking for information on Saint Germain. First, we need to find some clues that will lead us to that info.
Oh, about that. I don't know if this will be of any help, but I did notice one thing.
Victor looks up at us.
I had a feeling that I had seen the name Count Saint Germain before. I checked my alchemy literature again, and the name as one of the authors.
So you mean Saint Germain wrote a book about alchemy? Full Metal Alchemy?
Oh,
Yeah, the
Whoa.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal
Who
Alchemist.
knows?
Full
I
Metal
can get to the
Alchemist.
bottom of it.
There.
And the book was written about 200 years ago.
200 years?
So that's someone completely different with the same name. I suppose the man we know is a descendant who took the title.
That's the conclusion any normal person would reach. But the handwriting in the book looks exactly like the Count. Besides, he has that cool and distant air about him, and he has a depth of knowledge unheard of for a man at his young age. I know this doesn't sound very scientific of me, but if someone told me that that man was 200 years old, I would not be surprised. Along with aliens, those definitely exist.
Definitely aliens. It's true. I feel myself being swayed by Victor's argument that Saint Germain is an alien. Saint Germain's words always carried weight with us. He seemed very knowledgeable, suggesting that perhaps he had experienced a great many things that I couldn't even imagine.
That's ridiculous. There's no way that could be true.
You're right. That's what I think too.
Huh. We just need any clues that we can get our hands on. Let's keep what Victor's saying in mind. Adrak, did Saint Germain do anything that stood out to you while you were confined?
Trying to murder me?
Well,
I try to think back. I recall the few conversations we had during that short time I was held captive. I suddenly remember something and look up. Oh, Saint Germain that he chose the wrong path a long time ago. And that he's been regretting that decision ever since. And that he's going that he's going to continue committing a different crime so that he doesn't repeat the crimes of his past.
Committing a different crime? Is that what he means by killing you?
I don't know, but I think that he has a reason for all this. A reason that made it so killing me was the only option. For a while after that, we exchanged any information we have about Saint Germain. We go over a number of different subjects, but there's no information among them that would bring us closer to who he really is among us.
Oh,
In the end, maybe Sir Germain never really opened up to any of us.
For some reason, this quiet admission from Lupin sticks in my mind. Alright, we're gonna call it for tonight.
whoa.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What a episode. Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
CTG.
Oh, Sainty G.
geez.
What a route.
What a rascal.
Yeah.
Like a real saint.
Yeah, what a little rascal that we have on our hands. Yeah, it took like all of my willpower to not mention any of this to you guys.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, like I think only me and Tenton knew
Yeah.
I knew.
about this. You knew?
I knew vaguely. I don't know like all the details, but yeah. I was screaming when he showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, we're doing this now.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay,
Huh?
We might,
Huh?
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 there
Huh?
might be a break.
Yeah, it might be a break, but I'll post on Twitter if any plans change. But yeah,
That bird app.
yeah, and that bird app. I have
It's not
that.
a bird, it's a blue thing that looks like a bird, apparently.
Apparently, like, is it not a real
Oh.
bird?
I think Twitter said it's not a bird at some point.
Oh.
Oh, Twitter, you silly little numbskull.
It is a bird.
I was very tempted when Assailant showed up. Instead of doing ellipses, I could have just went, Assailant.
It's
Like
a Pokemon.
Yeah, like a Pokemon.
I
Well,
was so
anyway.
happy and you got 2 lines.
Yeah. Oh my god. I know you'll get more.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's see who we're gonna rate tonight.
Yeah, thank you for hosting.
Yeah.
Twas a fun time.
A fun time, indeed.
Oh God.
Indeed. Alright, who's even online? We're going to raid Kana because Kana's playing Persona 4.
Yay.
Alright. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us this week. As for next week, I'll like post on Twitter what we're doing. And yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much again. And good night, everyone. Everyone say bye.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Assailant.
Oh no. Oh god, the assailant's here. Help. Help.
Oh, no.